think we might be live. Give me 1 second, everybody. Ash, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. Let me pull these other people in here. You can feel the dead air, Ash. Tell the people what you've been up to and all that.
Why do I have to do the talking?
Because there's only 2 of us in here, and
Oh, you're actually giving me permission to talk? What do you know?
yeah, it's after hours, so I think you can handle it.
Maybe.
If you guys want to come in, I'm just we're just shooting the shit. Nothing planned. So I'm doing something impromptu. If you are part of our Discord, you can go to. Let's see. Let's go to the stream commentary under the live section, and just let me know that you want to come in, and I can.
I will. If you aren't a part of the Discord, I will post a link in the live stream chat for this YouTube video.
Yeah, and I can take 6 people, I think, with vMix. So we'll just cycle people through if there's more than can come in at one time. Let's see if we can't get this straightened out.
So how's everybody doing tonight?
Oh, they're all wonderful.
I wasn't asking you, Kyle.
Okay. All right, FBI, I got you. Sending you a message. There's yours. And I got one more.
Are you having Cinnamon Toast Crunch, Kyle?
Actually, I am. Well, actually, these are oat cluster Cheerios.
Oh, that sounds fun. And I'm doing great. I'm off work. I don't work for at least 20 hours, so I'm good. I can stay up all night if I want to.
Sweet.
I won't be able to see the eclipse either. It is like negative temperature, negative wind chills, and screw that. I'm not freezing my ass off just to go see an eclipse. I'll watch a video of it.
Sandra, I gave you a link. So there's 3 of you out there now that's got those.
Yay! Hi, Sandrine!
I don't think he's in here yet. And if you
He
are,
might be watching the stream.
I don't know. I'm still trying to set up, but I was running behind. So these first couple of minutes, guys, are just going to be me continuing to lay everything out.
Well, I am an admin on the Discord server. So, and the butt of all of Kyle's women's jokes.
Who gave you that?
You did.
I wouldn't do that.
Oh, right. Must have been Bull.
Probably was. That makes more sense. All right.
Because you don't like me because I'm a girl.
Now, I see you. Let me, put you on screen here. Hold on 1 second.
I'm keeping my camera off because I look like shit.
That's fine. Let me put this drink up here.
I'll be shutting my lights off in the cab so you won't be able to see me anyway.
All right, there's one. And, Elsie, did you want to go on camera or are you off camera? I'm actually not getting any audio from you, Etsy. Can you hear us?
Off the hook, that's me, Ash. Ah, screw it.
Put you in here. All right. Yeah, Etsy, I see that you're here, but I'm not getting any audio from you for some reason.
Do you have audio from me?
Yeah, I can hear you just fine.
Okay.
Screw it, fine.
Okay.
I want to be the only one.
Almost there. Almost there. Almost there.
Oh, a shitty reflection because my glasses.
I haven't even put you on yet. Give me 1 second.
Oh, that's okay.
John, are you in the Discord? And yes, I am letting people in. We're just chilling tonight. This is just the impromptu. My insomnia is kicking in, so I figured we would just get together and see if hang out, chill, argue, and fight, whatever comes our way.
And in order to join the vMix call, you do have to have a working webcam. You do not have to leave it on, though.
Mm-hmm.
That is the only way that vMix will recognize you and add you to the call. Just so everybody is aware. Bullinator had to tell me that.
And if you want to come in, just tag me in the live chat. Dr. Barron, yeah, let me give you a link.
So, Sandrine, how is life on the road? Since we're just here to
chilly.
shoot the shit. I bet.
Chilly and snowy.
I'll be good. Once I get everybody in here, we'll start chatting. I mean, y'all can go and chat amongst yourselves, but I can't do two things at one time, so I have to.
That sounds like a personal problem there.
It sounds like a woman, doesn't it? Yeah, I went there.
I know, and I flipped you off.
I can't see it. All right. Did you just turn your camera off?
Yes, I did, because I have people who are in my house that don't want to be seen on YouTube.
Oh.
Walking around my house, because I'm in the living room now.
You can't. You can't dox people who are on YouTube. You know that, right?
Doesn't matter. They don't want their face seen.
Cool. Just making sure you're paying attention. Okay, so you're up there. Now let's get the professor up here.
You can put somebody over top of me too, so I'm going to shut the lights off inside the cab.
Okay.
I don't need everybody in the truck stop staring at me.
Why, you
I
want
know
to be
in
the center of
today's
attention?
Bluetooth. No, not particularly. Not truck stop attention.
Oh.
And we're back.
I know what that means.
Yeah. I don't need to have I don't need visitors at my door.
All right, Dr. Barron. There's you.
What? Cats are not gross.
Okay. Off the hook. I'll send you a link.
I take offense to that statement, by the way.
What statement?
Cats are gross.
Cats are just dicks. They're not really gross. They're just dicks.
I know they're dicks. I have two. I didn't be able to get one to
I think you'd
come.
like them then, Kyle.
Huh?
You'd like me more if I had two dicks, Kyle.
I don't know. That's kind of
I said
intimidating.
Did you see that story about the guy with two dicks that actually worked?
No.
You didn't see that? Oh.
No, that can't be true.
No, it's true. Absolutely true.
I think that's fake news.
Nope.
Why is he?
Well, it was on CNN.
Ping Kyle, guys, not me.
What?
Everybody's pinging me to get into the live chat. Hey, what are you doing?
I'm almost. Hold on, guys. I'm almost ready. I got one more person I gotta get in here. Let me see.
Fine. Be an asshole. I don't care.
Okay. Here is the this is the last link that I've got. We've only got 6 spots in here. As soon as we'll switch it out as people want to come in. We'll get you in and switch people out. But here is to did I just say? My brain's fried. Off the hook. Your link should be in your email now.
Night, babe.
I think. All right. So who else is in here? We got Ash. I see Ben. You're here.
I can't hear anybody but me and Sandrine. And you, of course.
Oh, that's
Hard to
because
miss your voice.
That's because I don't have their mics on. Now you can.
Okay.
Now say something, Ben.
Sound test, everybody else.
Ben, I'm not getting any audio levels from you.
That's because I have a mic right here. I have loud voice, loud mic.
Yeah, from him I'm not getting anything though. Ben,
No, you don't have to download vMix. It is literally a link. You just use as a internet browser, but you have to have a webcam in order to use it.
Ben, ask one of those spirits that you summoned up the other night to fix your microphone. Mm-hmm. Okay. Off the hook. Can you hear me?
I can see why this would get frustrating every night.
It is. It's such a.
It's like herding cats.
That's the thing.
The necessity behind bull.
There's so many pieces. There's so many pieces to this thing that once I get everybody in and set up, then we're good to go. But it's just yeah, it's an open invite. If you want to come in, we'll just talk about whatever.
Dude.
But let's when you come in with something to chat about. That's the key.
Now you tell us.
I'm just here to be the token minority as the woman.
Yep. Ben, I'm still not getting anything audio wise from you. I see you. I see your camera, but I don't. Your audio levels aren't moving. And then off the hook, you should have a link.
Kyle, are we full?
I can pull one more person in. Who wants in?
Gray Archer from the Discord.
Gray Archer. Okay.
I'll send you his email.
Oh, that's a new one.
I can just send it to him from here, I think. All right, Gray Archer. There's a link. Come on in. Okay, so off the hook. You still haven't got it? Are you sure? Off the hook. Join our Discord.
All right, I just reconnected. Maybe now.
Now I can hear you.
Finally.
Yeah, off the hook. Come to our Discord, and I'll give you the link there. Set that up. Okay, so there's 6 of you in here now. Who wants to chat about something?
I could talk about infinite set theory. That sounds fun.
Do I look like Steve McRae?
You have to keep it really dumb for us. You really got to keep it dumb for us.
Very dumb. We want drama and tea spilling, all that stuff. Anything. If it has the word quantum or theory in it, save that for
What
Mark
about
Gray.
evolution theory?
Which
Mm,
type of evolution?
evolution?
I would say that's fairly well established, and I don't know why people even discuss it anymore.
Oh, my bad. Off the hook. I had your email pulled up, and apparently I did not hit send.
Don't make me turn my camera on just to give you another exasperated look.
Get your...
Oh,
Oh,
my
I know
God,
what we can
Oh
debate.
wait! I know what I did. When I copied it off of your chat in the outside chat, I copied the smiley face too, and it's not wanting to send it to you because of the smiley face. There you go. Now you got it.
Oh my God, Kyle.
Kyle, did you ever see what I sent you on Twitter?
Where'd you send it? Which Twitter account did you send it to?
I sent it to your old one. That's why.
Yeah,
It was that thing that I was talking to you about at the end of the Ouija show. The subliminal boosters.
subliminal boosters.
Yeah, that's what they're called. I couldn't remember the term because it's wacky to begin with, but like you need to look that shit up.
All
You
of
will
it's
have
wacky.
a heyday.
I have to ask, who's worse, turfs or incels?
Oh, incels. The turfs
I had
are
a ru-
better, but they're not a literal suicide cult.
That's... No, they're just, you can't like things because, patriarchy.
Yeah.
Got into an interesting altercation on Twitter today, well, yesterday, with a turf who said that you can't, certain kinks promote the abuse
Oh,
and, what is it? Promote the abuse of women. I can't think of the other word she said. Kyle, I think the live stream just went down.
uh-oh. Oh,
Okay, never mind, it's
no.
back up.
You sure?
Yes, I do miss Bull. Miss Bull a lot.
Poor Bull.
Don't ask me. I can't run YouTube and the link at the same time. So.
No, it's still
Well,
working.
it's,
I mean, it's like 15
yeah.
minutes behind or whatever, but
I still haven't gotten over that incel basically stating on the show that women are incapable of making political decisions because women.
Ash, will you send? Will you put a link to the Discord in the live chat?
Yep.
And John Peterson, as soon as we have one drop out of here, I'm full right now with the calls. But as soon as we have one drop, I'll send you a link. Actually, did we ever get a hold of I'm getting audio levels from Etsy now. Can you say something, Etsy?
What's up, Kyle?
There you go. Now I can hear you.
we got you.
Okay. All right, and then off the hook, can you say something?
Oh yeah.
Hey, can you guys
Sweet
hear me?
heathen.
Yes.
Yeah, we can hear
Yep.
you.
Okay.
I'll put the camera on. I'm just running around for a second, so I'll just have it off till I'm done.
Sure. All right, so we're full now, and we'll talk for a little bit, and then I will we'll have some people drop out, and I'll send the new links out too.
Yeah, I got work in the morning, so I'll only be around for like an hour.
Well, Ben, what do you want to talk about?
I think it'd be hilarious to see you react to some of those subliminal boosters live. That'd be great. Y'all know about those
Somewhat.
things? Okay, all right. These are wild. Like, if you love the ASMR stuff, Kyle, like
Oh God.
I don't love it.
This
I
shit-
actually have a hate relationship with it. Like I love to hate it. You know what I mean?
yes, you will love to hate this more. But let me just ask you a simple question, Kyle. Have you ever found yourself wishing you were prettier, or
No.
perchance like a more popular person,
Nope.
or that you
He's
looked
pretty
just
unpopular.
literally like Ariana Grande?
Nope. Next.
Well, many people apparently do, and so they make these hypnotism videos that will turn you into Ariana Grande and other
Oh,
such
God.
weird things. Just
What?
Drop a link to that in the
I'll
chat.
do so.
I'll copy and paste it and pull it up. By the way, if you don't know, I have a ritual where I have to eat. I eat cereal. I don't have to eat it, but I do eat cereal. So, I hadn't had a chance to eat today.
Yeah. Can hear
Which
you.
is why I'm doing that on camera.
Stop paying me.
Normally I'm not.
At least
this,
you had to eat it out of a bowl like a normal person.
What's that?
Whew.
You eat cereal out of a bowl like a normal person. Everyone in my family uses those large cups, and they like drink it like they can't get it down their gullet fast
Oh,
enough.
I've been there before. Definitely been there before.
Shit.
We have bowls. No reason not to use one.
Yeah, besides, honestly, Kyle, you, besides my fiance, you are a very good looking person. For a guy,
Oh,
I
Yes, he
guess.
is.
It's true.
oh, thank you.
I mean,
For a guy.
Besides your fiance.
She goes from good
Oh.
looking to maybe to a guy to yes.
I'll take it.
well, I'm
No,
sorry.
Kyle's
I'm
definitely
going to
good looking.
brag. I'm going to brag.
He is definitely good.
No one is cuter than my fiance.
Smart answer.
Well, that's why you're with them.
It's not
Exactly.
answer doesn't mean it's correct.
Okay, the bias show, huh?
I need to turn you up.
All right, I'm
Um,
posting it in the chat now.
Okay.
We should have like a list of topics and have people vote on it and pick one. Like pick like 2-3 topics per night, and the chat can pick like which one they're most interested in and like stick to one. That might
I like
get it
that.
going
I
better.
like that.
I just
Mm,
I thought that
We have to come up with a list. Wouldn't be hard though.
I feel like being such a shithead right now. Oh, God.
okay.
If you
let's see
follow
what-
this rabbit hole, this will be fun.
Let's see what this is.
It usually is.
The Ariana Grande rabbit hole.
Yes. So it's mostly just pictures of the. I don't even know really who she is. Is she a pop star, a singer? I guess.
What?
Yeah.
Mostly just
Yeah, she
pictures
is.
of her and her songs in the video, but read the description because that's where it starts getting crazy.
You don't know who
take that or leave
Ariana
it.
Grande is? She's like everywhere.
No,
She started on like
I
Disney.
really don't.
She started on Disney Channel or some kind of like little kids TV show. That's how she started getting popular, I think.
Yeah, it was
Like
one of her
Hannah
concerts in England that got bombed.
Oh, that would have been a great time. Wish I saw that.
Oh, did you hear the? You see the news today? The IRA started bombing again. There was a car bomb in Northern Ireland.
Oh, hold that thought. Easy.
I thought that was me for a second. Oh no, I'm starting to feel more like Ariana.
Okay,
Grande.
now. Down. Oh, no. Kyle, turn the audio down.
Ben,
Yeah,
is this
definitely.
is this just a song?
Read the description.
We can't see it. It's just all
Welcome to
blurred.
this video. All of my subliminals are forced, therefore it will work much more faster on you. I also include boosters of my video as well. Holy crap, almost 100 subscribers. Thank you guys. So much love, tremendously. In this video, you'll get the following. Get only your desired results, permanent and quick results. Ari's face and facial features, Ari's facial expressions, Ari's skin tones and colors, Ari's head shape and size, Ari's facial sculpture, Ari's eyes.
Oh my god.
What the fuck is this?
Yeah. There's
People are
people
obsessed,
who
huh?
literally think that these subliminal videos, which are literally just like really poorly made AMVs or whatever, will transform you into Ariana Grande.
Shut the
And there's
fuck up. This
others
is not
too.
real.
Wait.
No, this is
I mean,
real.
she's cute, but that's about it.
Kyle, you know the depths of the internet. This is real. And there's others too. There's
Huh.
If you look for subliminal booster nonsense, it's crazy.
You mean to tell me
Wait,
that these
are they-
people think that if they listen to or if they watch this video, they would get turned into Ariana? It's her picture and music.
Yeah. If you find
Oh, wait.
there's some weird
It's all
stuff.
Wait, what? No,
It's
wait,
also
no, wait a
subliminal.
minute. Wait a minute.
It's supposed to be subliminal messaging that convinces you to.
Yeah, but this
there's
thing has
absolutely
191 fucking upvotes and 8
Yeah.
Wow.
downvotes.
Read some of the comments, why don't you? I'm sure they're all going to be like, I feel like I'm Ariana Grande now.
I don't.
Hey, and I bet you they look like the butt end of a freaking
Yeah, but
plunger. Jesus Christ.
People.
I couldn't think of anything else. Sorry.
So they look like me.
I swear,
No.
man, I hate humanity sometimes. I really do.
Oh,
I found
God, tell
one.
me about it.
Hold on.
Terrible.
Let me situate this, and then we'll read
She's
some comments.
talented. I mean, I'll give her that.
All right. Let's see. Let's get depressed. McDonald's. Welcome to McDonald's. May I take your order? Mr. Yeah, can I get a forced Ariana Grande 2017 transformation combo? You want it subliminal?
Does that come with 2 pieces of silicone?
He says, yes, my cat sat
4.
next to me. Will my cat look like Ariana Grande?
Oh, God. I wonder how many women name their cats after her.
I don't know how far this goes into meme versus reality to territory, because like it's just it's so wild.
My nose is so much different now. I watched one
Lord
time
help
when
us
I
all.
tried to sing. The results was amazing. Holy shit,
Oh,
I can
God.
sing now.
The results
someone
was
is
amazing.
having a full meal.
Hey, who's eating?
Is this ASMR right now? Is that what
Yeah,
that
who's
is?
eating?
Eating
Game?
chips ASMR.
We need to mute you, whoever you are.
Please don't do the ASMRs. Seriously, please don't.
God,
They drive me
terrible.
fucking insane.
These
Okay.
are the new
Oh,
ASMRs.
sorry. If you heard crunching, that was my feet on the snow. I'm going to my car. I'm sorry.
Oh,
Not
okay,
eating.
No,
Oh.
that's okay.
That's different.
Oh,
No,
That-
I thought somebody was
That might
putting
be
the
what you're
feet on
talking
snow
about.
ASMR.
Okay.
It's so cold. We're supposed to get a couple feet of snow here, and it never really came, but everything froze.
All right.
Yep.
So I'm having a difficult time with this. So these people, we'll come back to that in a second. But these people think that if they watch a video of whoever they want to look like, and it plays their song or it shows a bunch of pictures of them, that they will actually turn into that particular.
There are some
It's supposed to be
bad
so.
ones I've found.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's supposed to be
People
subliminal
can't actually
conditioning.
it's
I'm sorry,
No.
Ben. I think
There's no way
that's
someone
total
believes that.
nonsense.
it's very nonsense. It's supposed to be like there's ones that are like for self-improvement in general. There's ones for like you'll become like a more like like assertive person ones, and I think that's where it maybe started, but then it like started getting really memey and terrifying, but people still bought it. Like turn yourself into a real live actual werewolf or something.
This
I don't
has
know. It's been forever since I've seen this.
There's no such thing as a
This
perfect
has-
writer. This is why I use Grammarly to check my work.
If I'm putting
this has
I'm a perfect writer.
119,000 views. Okay, it has. Now look, let me give you guys some perspective here. One of our videos probably average like 300 likes and about 50 dislikes. Let's say, right? All right, that's an average video because we have with the Flat Earth community and all that they come out and they downvote whatever. This has less downvotes than an average video that we do here. And this says that it will make you look like Ariana Grande in 3 days.
By just watching the video.
Yes.
Yes, the entire this is pretty much like the most ingenious like view scheme ever, because they say you got to keep watching it and keep watching it and keep watching it and just keep giving that ad revenue and all that ad revenue. And it works for them, I guess.
I mean, like, I'm sorry.
Oh, here
You
we go.
can't
Here
look
we go.
like Ariana Grande because she
Hey,
has
it
a
has-
pretty healthy body. She looks fit and in shape. You can't
even-
have a body like that without any work.
Oh, it's not even a question. The question is, why do people watch it and upload it? Like, why is it a thing? Because we know that
Oddly
it's total
insecurity.
nonsense.
Now, I don't know
This
anything.
channel is what you're gonna love, I think, Kyle. This one I think you're gonna love. So, have you ever wanted to change your eyes from golden hazel to deep ocean blue to sea green just by watching a 10-minute video?
Stop. Day one,
Yes.
my eyelashes were so big and black. Day two, my hair was long, and there was more brown pieces. Day three, my friend and best friend forever told me you are so freaking cute. And my other, what?
Aw.
Hey, this is the most liked comment on there.
Yep.
Wow.
I'm sorry,
This is-
Kyle. This is the new rabbit hole for you.
It's probably just bots.
Did you guys
I
hear
think it's
about the
probably bots.
guy on the ISS that called 911 on accident the other day? That was pretty interesting.
Oh my God, what?
They actually got it dispatched all the way to like Texas, and they had to call and verify it came from the ISS, and he tried to deny it.
The space station?
Yeah, the guy was trying to call, because you know how some places in like America at least, you have to hit 9 to dial out. They had to dial like 9011, and one of the astronauts accidentally hit 911. It was on my Amazon
Oh, no.
Alexa. She showed me the article, and she called it, and they saw it was from the space station. They had to like call and verify, and the guy was so embarrassed. It was hysterical.
The ISS doesn't exist.
No,
No.
oh, because there's no space, obviously.
Okay.
It's
It's like
I didn't
saying
even know
there's no
they-
nothing. Nothing doesn't exist.
Let's see. Let's see what.
But it's funny because they actually knew where it came from, so the ISS must have its own address associated with its positioning.
No, it's just it's not satellite phones. It's just ground corded phones or something.
Let me.
Yeah,
Let me address
but they
this
knew
too.
exactly where it was.
Excalibur, when you say that the this discussion is far better than the child's live stream earlier, I just have something that I want to convey to you. We do shows every single night. Sometimes we do shows 2-3 times a night. You're not gonna like every one of them that we do. It's not catered for everyone all the time. So the comments about it being childish are getting really annoying. And I understand that you didn't like it, and that's completely fine. You don't have to like it. All right? It's completely fine. But just shut up about it already. I get that you get that it was childish. Just leave it alone. Cool? All right. How do you get that
More
out?
to it than your opinion. Like
Wait,
these other
okay.
people's opinions.
Now I just clicked that that link that you the other guy that posted it in the live chat with the dog. Can you tell me what I'm gonna be like what that goes to first? Because you said these are the worst things of the internet, and if it's something to do with like animals, I can't do that. So can you give me a little warning
Yeah.
if that's gonna be like anything?
Oh, was that what I sent?
No. This was hold on. This was Dr. Zayas.
Oh my God.
He says
Some-
this is the worst video on the internet. Don't say I didn't
Probably
warn you.
absolutely terrible.
So please let me know if that's gonna be something that's gonna like I can't do. Okay, no animals are harmed. Okay. All right.
Kyle, did that video that you guys responded to rub you the wrong way?
What video?
The
Oh,
one that you
Morgan.
and Mr. Atheist responded to.
Honestly, I gave up like it genuinely bothering me. Like it bothers me that the main thing that bothers me about that is that there are people out there that will actually listen to them. As far as like
Yeah.
what they say, does it in any way hurt me or make me aggravated? No. Videos unavailable. Doc.
Oh,
But no, it bothers me that there are people that would listen to them and what they have to say. That bothers me. But as far as like what they were saying, does it personally bother me? No. I just I think that it's important to talk about the points that they're making because when they draw parallels between when she said you're not born gay, you choose to be gay. I mean, does a porn star choose to be a porn star when it comes right out of the womb, or does a thief, choose to be a thief? Obviously,
No,
no.
it's not black or white.
idiot.
Yeah.
I think it is. I think it is black and white. I think that you are born that way. Now, I mean,
I agree.
can you I mean, there are plenty of heterosexual people that choose to
I
be gay for a night, or if the money's right. Yes, you can in some instances choose to be that. But if you're somebody that is attracted to the opposite sex in terms of a like relationship, then that is not a choice. I mean,
I
I
I
think they should
I
until they're educated
100%
on the subject.
I 100% used to be straight. 100%, like no, without a doubt.
mhm.
One thing I'd like to know
I mean, I
more
didn't.
about is the science of attraction. What makes you attracted to things that you're attracted to, or to people that you're attracted to? What is it about cute button noses that really just tweaks you? What is it?
Well, you used to be 100% straight. You said, and now are you saying you're not?
No,
So couldn't that be something that you thought you were always straight?
I didn't.
You,
I,
you
I
you
didn't
never got into the
choose.
situation that until whenever you just discovered that you weren't completely straight, that you were open to.
Okay. Well, I don't know. It's kind of funny because I've never been with a man. I've only been with women.
Hmm.
But I'm pretty sure that I don't like them anymore. I didn't choose that. I don't really know what the switch was, but it's just the way it is.
Well,
Come to accept it.
Um,
it's probably that you're bi, and you never were in a situation that you know were able to realize that you could be attracted to another guy. But my point is,
Maybe.
like you like
Definitely.
like you can't wait, like a straight person can't wake up one morning and say, okay, I'm gonna date or be in a relationship with somebody of the same sex. Like when it comes to relationships, like you can't
No,
choose that. You
no.
can choose certain situations to where you can perform the sex acts for whatever reason, whether it be money, like I said, because there's plenty of straight people that do gay for pay porn.
Yeah,
But
dog for cash. Yeah.
yeah.
yeah, but
Well,
But I mean, that's why I think that it's not black or white because people's choices can change. I mean, they might not. Sorry,
I
that's a
mean,
bad way to
but
put it.
like,
People's attractions can
you
change.
seen?
They might not choose it.
well, I think where the bastardization comes into play is when you have religious people use the uh, "you're not born this way." You choose that in terms of religion,
Stop
and
choosing. Yeah.
God would never, you know, you're not born that way because that's not nature. It's not natural. I think
Oh, were
that's how
you
it is.
Okay.
you, sorry, go ahead.
sorry? Were you? Are you still going to debate that guy that was talking about the gay agenda,
Oh
or is
yeah,
that cancelled?
no, it's not canceled. It's still open. I hadn't heard anything like back from him. He said that the date that we chose originally, he had something going on that morning that he had forgotten about, and I told him to just.
That's Ben's friend.
Yeah, yeah. I actually did
I
have a really good conversation with him just the other, well, I guess like a week ago or something. But like, he's he's essentially just like any way you spin it, just a fundamentalist like Muslim. So like everything
ugh.
associated with that, he's gung ho about.
But I
So
mean, he's
I
been raised that way, you know.
no, no, no. He apparently was not raised in a highly religious
Oh,
household.
really?
He chose Islam because to him it is the most quote unquote logical, even though we went down many different logical flaws in religion as a whole and different aspects of theism
Sorry.
and all this other stuff. And ultimately it just comes down to that like okay, so first of all, he was calling Western science satanic. He was very adamant that literally no questions could be made towards authority, and he thought anything regarding non-practical sciences um, was just jinns literally whispering into your ear, like those automatic negative thoughts that you have about certain things, or those heuristics that are utilized neurologically. And I know neuroscience, not as much as like Shannon or nothing, but like I went down that route with him, and he was like pretty backed into a corner with regards to how we can understand thought patterns. And he still was like, no, it's definitely like evil spirits telling us these things. You should just praise Allah.
Well, I
What?
found it interesting when he was posting about wanting to learn more about the gay agenda, and so I thought that he could answer some of the questions that I have about Muhammad, and that I would answer his gay agenda questions.
You're not
I
going to
think it
change his
would still
opinion.
make for
I
an
mean,
excellent show.
yeah, it would, but you're not going to change it. I talked to him about it as well, and I mean, like briefly, and he's like Ben said, he's a fundamentalist, and I think he's set in his mindset, and the discussion would be interesting, but nothing would come from it.
Mm-hmm.
It's
That's
it's
my
either
opinion.
going to be a thing where he's just firm in his thoughts, or he's going to have some kind of crisis of identity on stream,
Well, I've
which is kind of
I
terrible.
I just like I really want to hear the explanation of somebody that follows a prophet that number one claimed can, or they rode up on a horse and cleaved the moon into half, and also justified having sex with I believe it was a 9-year-old.
Oh,
9 or 10.
we've been having
Yeah,
that.
we've had
We've been having that
conversations on that a
discussion on
lot.
the damn Discord for 2 days.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I would
Yeah,
really like to have
Benji's very adamant about
this
that.
person tell me that my sexual proclivities are what needs to be really analyzed and scrutinized. That
Oh, so that
You know, it's
same,
just
will be rich.
so the same person you were talking about that's against the gay agenda, quote unquote, is
Yeah.
the same one who was making those arguments about in the Discord channel in atheism versus theism.
Oh no, not
no.
recently.
It's
That
Wait,
was
no,
Oh,
there's
different.
two different people who were of currently Islamic faith. I'm pretty sure that we're discussing with that. Haytham actually hasn't been on for a while, but he's the one with the Arabic name that nobody can at properly because nobody has an Arabic keyboard mostly.
Oh, I think I know who you're talking about now. Once you said it like that.
Yeah,
his
Yeah,
text
Dan, who you're
always
talking
comes
about.
backwards.
And guys,
I don't think they'll come forward properly.
I am watching the live chat. As soon as somebody drops out from this call, I can bring you in. But we're full right now with
I mean, I
yeah.
can
I'll be gone. I'll be gone
Kyle?
in like 20
all the
minutes.
lines tied up. Yes.
Kyle, do you
You share
have like a time limit on how long you're going to be doing this?
No.
Okay, so I'm sure there's going to be plenty of time for most of the people who want to come in to come in. And is my voice a little quieter now? I'm trying not to scream. I've had somebody in the live chat tell me I'm a little too loud.
No, you're fine.
It sounds fine now.
Okay.
But yeah, if you want to come in, just send me send me your email and tag me in the live chat, or come into the Discord server under live stream. And,
Stream commentary. It's the one with the red dot by it.
yeah, stream commentary. I'll get you in.
Or wait your turn instead of having somebody get kicked out.
Yeah, we got is it Gray Archer? Trying to get in?
Who?
Oh, that was a while ago. Gray Archer.
Oh, Gray Archer.
Yeah.
I don't know what did
I don't know
happen.
if
What
you're
happened
still
to
watching.
Gray Archer?
Hmm.
And unless you have something that in the live chat that either you have a disagreement with me, or something that you want to iron out, then I'll put you up to the top of the list. Just because.
So
I have a
What's
disagreement
that?
with you, but I think we
Okay. Go ahead.
I think we discussed it in the hymns and hangouts last time,
Mm-hmm.
and I think it's a topic that the NonSequitur show has covered before, and it's it's about pest control, but specifically about my country's situation, and why killing animals isn't necessarily a bad thing. Well, it's a bad thing, but it's the lesser of two bad things.
Oh yeah. We did talk about this. And I told you then that I'm not one of those people that if I hold to a certain position, and after looking into it a little bit deeper, see that I, maybe jumped the gun, or I was premature on it. I have no problem admitting that, you know, the other side was right in that. I think that it's a bad situation, but given the, after reading the research on it, it was probably. I mean, it's a tough situation. You're in a really tough situation where you're at. It's bad because of what it's doing, but there's not an alternative.
There's not, and we've got dozens of native species going extinct because of us, because of our introduction of pests. And these animals, they were never here. They were never here. We brought them here.
Yeah.
So you've got millions of years of evolution going on an island country, and then people come along and introduce predators where there were no predators beforehand.
Yeah.
That's gonna fuck up the whole ecosystem. It's like if we left it without any human intervention, without controlling any pests, who knows what would happen.
And I don't know, I don't know what you do in that situation. Like, I still think it's a bad situation because of the repercussions of what's happening. However, looking into it, there's not a viable alternative that is any less humane or monetary wise is feasible.
I know what you're talking about, and there are other viable options. They're just not particularly economic.
Well, yeah, that's the other thing.
Well,
yeah.
I went into after we did that show, I had several different people sending me things that it was just I was bombarded with all of these papers. Now there is another chemical that's less humane, but I think it was like 6 times the cost of what they're doing now, and it would be such a detrimental. Ultimately, I'm not saying that there's not alternatives. I'm saying there's not a feasible alternative to what they're doing now. So ultimately, the question is, what do you do? Because you can't.
That's right. And it all comes down to money. Is really what it is. Whatever's the cheapest option is probably what they go to.
Sure, but they
if you're in charge of a country,
they can't implement that other formula because it would literally impoverish it would tank the country basically. So I mean, what do you?
It would crash their economy.
Yeah. So what do we do? That's a good question. What do we do?
And I think I talked about this. Last time we had a voice chat as well. I didn't actually watch the video on 1080 that you did. Was it with the crazy dude? But there's options coming available now as science progresses. Like, for example, genetic engineering. For example, this is another ethical question. Like, the only problem with it really is people's opinions, people's ethics on the situation. Should we modify genetic material? But okay.
And didn't they just pass a thing in Europe about that too, where it's legal now to genetically modify fetuses, but it's not legal in the U.S. yet? And they were talking about those whatever babies.
That's fucked up, to be honest. In my opinion, it's fucked up. But let me put it this way. Right? Let me put it this way. Malaria is the leading cause of death in the entire world, like hands down. Like if you, in terms of diseases, at least, I'm not 100% sure on everything, but malaria kills like hundreds of millions of people, or it has killed hundreds of millions of people. And the main transmission of the disease is obviously mosquitoes. Now, scientists genetically modified mosquitoes to be immune to carrying malaria. Like,
I saw that, yeah.
Cannot carry, yeah. So the question is, do you release it and save like potentially hundreds of millions more lives?
But there were issues with that too. There was problems with the offspring of the mosquitoes, and they thought they were going to dwindle down in numbers. There were other things that came with that.
Have you heard of the gene drive? I don't know how a gene drive works exactly, but a gene drive effectively makes dominant traits. It forces dominant traits. So genetically modify these mosquitoes to be immune to carrying bacteria, and maybe 50% of the offspring will actually carry this trait. But you conduct a gene drive, and it forces 99% of these offspring to carry that trait, and that's throughout the entire population, future generations. Like it just carries on.
Right. Right. One of the concerns, well, there's two big concerns I could see with it. One, do we know down the line what other
No,
mutations, what other effects these mutations can have further down the line, generations down the line? And secondly, does this genetic modification grant any kind of advantage to the mosquito in its survival? Because if it doesn't, it's a neutral modification and will probably not, there's no guarantee it will continue at all because it doesn't,
probably a
there's
positive.
nothing striking.
Probably a positive for the mosquitoes. If anything, it's a positive for the mosquitoes because people stop worrying about them so much. They're not carrying this deadly disease anymore, so people aren't trying to kill them as much.
Yeah,
Like they're still annoying.
But just to
oh yeah,
just to be clear, Joker in the chat, this is the mosquitoes aren't the animals that we're talking about initially that were being killed. That referred to the possums and
possums,
and
stoats.
Yeah, and other various random
stoats.
livestock that may eat the pellets, but they're intended for the
Wildcats.
possums. Yeah,
Cows, horses.
yeah. I mean,
Wow.
it's a bad situation that I don't see a solution for now, like as it stands, to where you can
It'll
say
probably require multiple different solutions being tech, like because if
Yeah.
you're worried about the livestock, and if you're worried about the plants, and if you're worried about the insects and the rest of the ecosystem, you got to
Pits.
face all of those problems at once instead of just one at a time.
yeah.
You do. But like, okay, so the in terms of economics, the reason it's not economically viable, we've tried trapping possums, we've tried trapping stoats. We've got so much wild land that you just cannot control the population through trapping alone or hunting. Hunting is the same. Like for every, you might send out a hunter, and one night he might shoot, a couple of dozen possums. But
Well, that's nothing. They have more babies
it's
than
nothing.
that. Yeah.
That is nothing. We've got millions of them. Like,
Yep.
like that's not even going to
Simple.
make a
It's one
dent.
street that will cover
All
that.
right, here's how we solve all the problems. We start marketing possum as a luxury meat and making Gordon Ramsay
Okay,
prepare
let me
it
put it. Look,
at his
possum
restaurants,
fur.
and everybody's gonna want to eat possum.
Possum
Well, that's
fur
why
sells
possums
for.
were imported. Yeah, that's why possums
Possum-
were imported in the first place. Was the fur trade?
Yeah, their fur.
Mm.
Their fur here sells for over $100 a kilo just for possum fur.
Oh,
Wow.
But I mean,
what do you
But I
use
mean-
possum fur for?
it's okay. So you make I think they make hats out of it, but you combine it with merino wool, possum fur and merino wool, and it's a big luxury item across the world. So we export it. It's not just for New Zealanders.
Yeah, so it's a bad.
Yeah, and these aren't possums that you see in North America. They're in
Yeah,
the
let me
same
show you.
family, but
These-
Let me show you
Same.
guys.
Yeah,
They're wild.
these possums
They're
are
different.
okay. So there's a possum and then there's an opossum. Like an opossum is
Mm.
cute. A possum looks like the devil. You honestly
Yeah,
like
they
you
look
see
a little
one?
different.
Yeah, it's not like here. Not like here in the States. These things are like adorable. Like
Yes.
Oh yeah.
adorable.
Wait, the ones with the white face or not the white face?
The black brown ones.
I'm gonna show you.
Aw. I have a
Yeah,
kitty.
Yeah,
They
they're
look
not
like
the
chinchilla.
things you think crazy kitties have.
This right here is the well,
Because I do know there's a difference, but I think I might have been thinking of the wrong type of possum this whole
There we go.
time.
this is what they look like.
Yeah, most of the ones in the States are pretty cute looking. They're usually not too,
Yeah.
vicious looking.
these,
Right.
I
Yeah,
saw I
so-
saw on TV where
docile.
this crazy lady had like 10 of them as a pet.
Okay, that's not the worst. That's not the worst image. Like that's a pretty cute possum, but seriously, they look and sound like the devil. You go out at nighttime, and the sound they make. If you could Google it right now.
Are you
sound that possums
have,
make at
have you
night.
ever seen the possums, the opossums in the state?
They're
States?
just sad
Yeah, they're cute.
V-mouse. They're just
Those-
sad.
no, they're
boys.
not cute.
Oh, they're
Yes, they are. Some of them are.
Oh, they're
cute
not
in like an
cute.
ugly way. They're ugly cute.
Like a pup.
Okay, I can buy that.
Like
Okay, they're both kind of cute. I admit it.
But do they attack people? The ones out by you, the wild ones? Do they like bite people? Do they come close to the
They're,
houses?
okay,
Do they knock over
they're
garbage
more like
cans?
they're like raccoon. Yeah, they're like raccoons, but they'll run away.
So they're like a
more
nuisance.
likely. But they're pretty similar to raccoons.
So we
So they're
really
definitely a
didn't-
nuisance. So getting rid of them wouldn't be the worst of things to do.
Well,
Yeah, but they're cute. So
well,
Yeah.
I don't know. I have a very like you know, at the end of the day, we're all just trying to. None of us asked to be here, and we're all just trying to keep on carrying on, you know. So
yeah,
at the end of the day,
It's-
all we have to do is build that
I
space
get that.
elevator and get off this planet.
it's just a tough. It's a tough thing to- you know.
look, possums are a plague to New Zealand like humans are a plague to Earth.
Oof.
Well, Earth's doing what it can to get us the fuck off here.
It's
That's
yeah,
true.
Yes, it is. It's very loud.
Too bad
So-
the rapture hasn't happened yet.
If you guys, anybody in the chat, I was saying if anybody has anything they either disagree with me on or wanted to me to clarify, this would be a good time for that. I don't think we
I'll
do.
probably duck out now.
Okay.
So if anybody wants to jump in,
All
y'all
right.
can spread the link and I'll see this tomorrow, I guess.
All right, Ben. Take it easy.
Good night.
I'll get the.
Check out those
So-
subliminal stuff those later.
I will.
Kyle, I gotta ask something.
What?
Is it? Do you feel yourself like me? Do you feel yourself getting slightly more gay every time someone tells you to repent your gayness?
I don't think I could get any more gay if I tried. To be honest with you.
Well, as a half gay, which by the way is my term for bisexual, for people who don't know that, I feel myself slightly getting.
You just have commitment issues.
Oh,
It's
yes.
your rebellious side coming out. When someone says don't do it, you do it.
Well, what can I say?
All right. Let me get the next person in Discord on here.
I
That's
want
just
to.
human
Yeah,
psychology.
people-
You tell your kid not to yell, he's going to yell. You tell him not to
People
run
are-
around, he's going to run around. You always do the opposite.
People in live chat are saying, "Oh, opossums carry parasites that kill horses." I think I saw that. Well, possums
they
in New
do?
Zealand carry tuberculosis and rabies. They got rabies as well.
Kyle,
But
Yeah.
most people
Somebody's-
get vaccinated for TB.
Huh?
I think somebody's a little bit pissy that there's not straight people in the show.
Who?
Oh, someone in the live chat. I'm just getting a chuck a giggle. But yes.
In this show or in the non-sequitur show? Because I'm pretty sure Steve's pretty straight.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, there's plenty of
Get vaccinated for TB.
there's plenty of straight people in here.
Somebody's echoing.
Oh, I see. Truth
There's
and
not
God.
straight people in
Truth,
the
God, and
show.
Allentown. Transparency.
Hey.
Oh, that guy?
If somebody has a YouTube video playing on their computer, we're getting an echo.
Yeah,
Mute
it's
it,
coming
please.
in.
In
It's
this
coming
show
in.
or in
Oop,
the non-sequitur
that would be
show?
me.
Because
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Steve's pretty straight.
Yes, Truth and
Can y'all hear me
Allentown
now?
Transparency Service. I am 100%. Okay, we gotta mute that. Whoever's
Got a
that
bad
going on.
echo. That was better.
Okay.
Well, if they're talking about this show, it's not true because I'm pretty straight. So I'm married to a man. So
Oh, they just kept asking if the host was this host is gay.
oh, who cares? What do people care?
It's not
What are they
me,
trying to
I'm
date
Dwayne.
somebody?
Where's that noise coming from?
Okay, did somebody just come into the call?
Got a bad echo.
Gray Archer, mute.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to mute you, Gray Archer. All right. Let me get
Turn
this
down
link.
your volume, Gray.
Let me get this link to this guy, and then I'll deal with the Truth Allentown guy. You know, because Truth,
Oh, he's always fun to deal with.
Truth
Kyle.
Allentown, we don't let you homophobic people come around and talk your shit and get away with it around here. So let me get this
No,
link out, and then
not
I'll go
anymore.
I'm just gonna say this in before Poe.
I'm sure. I have no doubt. Okay.
Terrible. Why do
I got
people
accused
even
of
care? Are you trying to date somebody? Are you afraid someone's going to talk? What do you care what someone else's sexuality is? Unless you're their roommate and you have to watch them do it every night. You shouldn't even care. It should make no difference in your life whatsoever. Shouldn't even be anyone's business.
God with the blue, is he gay or not? Yes, truth or God, Allentown. I will be, well, I don't say I'll be happy to, but I can definitely demonstrate to you that that is the case if you don't believe me. But here's what I have to say more importantly than that. Rather than typing behind your keyboard, why don't you come in here and talk to me about it? Let's see
It's a
what you
good
have
idea.
to. Let's see
Very
what you
good
have
idea.
to say.
Oh.
Because I would love to hear what your hang up is.
Ask him if he's religious.
Oh.
He won't be by the
Probably
time he
won't.
leaves. Okay,
You
I
won't.
need
Most people like that tend
uh,
to be very religious, and that's their
John.
backing behind it.
John, you were next. I need your email address. 'Cause I can't scroll back far enough to get it.
Oh.
So just
I actually, along those lines, I have seen on Twitter, and I think this pisses me off as much as homophobia, people saying that bisexual people aren't really members of the LGBT community. I don't know why that pisses me off so much. I don't understand the logic
Did they
behind
miss? Did they miss the B in LGBT?
I think it's because it was in an obscure thread on Twitter, but
But you also
it
got to
was
understand, what do they mean by community? Do they mean like being involved in the community? Like, what do they mean by that? Because there are some people who are gay, bi, whatever, who don't involve themselves in any community. They just live their life and don't bother with that stuff. So I guess it depends on what that person meant by that community.
Like me? I'm not a member
Like
of the
being
community.
involved.
Yeah, I'm not
yes,
involved in the community.
B is for bacon, but there's the argument that bisexuality isn't inclusive enough because it refers to
But
only there being
asexual and
two
everything
genders.
else is, that doesn't make sense.
oh, it says you say Kyle isn't tough. Why don't you come here and find out?
I was told
Oh, they won't.
that I've been told that as somebody who is bisexual, that I'm transphobic because I refuse to identify myself as pansexual.
Sounds like a
That's
15-year-old
just
kid who
bizarre.
just had something to pick with you.
Mhm.
Yeah, that makes no sense.
That's kind of, and I
You can
just
be
was
whatever
like,
you
you know
want.
what?
It's not their business.
Ash,
I'm just gonna be
Terrible.
cool with Michael Jackson and walk away. What, Kyle?
Ash, you're in charge for 5 minutes. I need to let my dog out real quick for the night before he
What?
passes out.
He's going to take care of his dog for 5 minutes. Right back.
I'm gonna go ahead and let him out so that he's staring at me like he needs to go. So I'm gonna go ahead and that way he can pass out. But you're in charge for the next 5 minutes.
Yeah.
And then the Dustmeister, you're next to come in. I just sent the last link out. You'll be next.
Can I
I
even?
mean, I can jump in.
I can't control anything.
Well, just
Can we be in charge?
No,
chill.
but
I mean, it'll literally be like 2 minutes. I'll be right back.
yeah,
Okay.
he means let's just chat for a second. That's all.
Okay, chat. Who do you want to talk about? What do you want to talk about?
Yeah, sorry, I was running to the store before to buy cigarettes, so I had to mute the mic. I didn't want you guys to hear me crunching on the snow and driving.
I wish it was.
I try
snowing
to
here.
look outside the eclipse. I can't see it from my house.
Is anybody?
Yeah, I can't
Is
see
it
it either.
That seems to be the
I don't
topic
know.
of the
It's really
conversation.
foggy out. I think it's the snow, and it's just so dense outside right now. I can't see anything.
It's clear, but
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
snowing.
what's the temperature?
We were supposed to get a lot of
That's
snow,
snowing.
but we just missed it.
Yeah, it's the wind chill here is like -20, and I'm not going outside.
Yeah, it's supposed to be very cold tomorrow. It's at -13 here, and I'm in New Jersey. We don't usually get that cold. It's freezing.
Oh, shut up,
I'll
shut
be
up,
passing very near New Jersey, but not through it.
Jared. Shut up.
It's terrible. You don't want to be here. Don't bother coming through here.
Well,
Not a
I'm
great
on my
place
way
to
to
live.
Maine, so
Oh, so you're
I
passing.
wouldn't
Oh,
live
you're
in
coming from the
Pacific.
south.
I'm coming from Washington
Hello,
State.
hello. Do you have anything better
wow.
to do than insult people?
That's a far ride you have. Are you driving?
Yep.
That's a far ride.
So I'm going to
Yeah,
drive
Hey, Barry, 32
to
degrees. Damn. Sorry.
Hello?
What's up?
So are you going to drive across the whole
driving up to-
country by your like in one sweep, or are you going to stop a couple places, or?
Yeah, we
Oh,
heard
no,
you, John.
I have to
All right, thanks.
do,
Just
drive to Maine,
if
and
you
then
have
from
the
Maine
live
to
stream. I didn't get my feet under me and they're cold.
then from Kentucky to Alaska.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ. That's a lot of miles you're going to put on your car. Wow.
It's on my truck.
What are you going to do in
I've got-
Alaska?
I got-
It must be really cold
I
up
got-
there now.
I got
Can somebody tell me how you
565,000
turn
miles.
the
Say again?
It's time for a new
Turn to
truck.
what?
You got that many miles.
No, it's good for another 500,000.
You have 500,000 on it, and you think you can get another 500,000?
No, I know I can.
Wait, did you drop a new engine in it?
No, that's before rebuilding the engine.
Oh,
I can go about
okay.
a
Yeah, if you
million
put a new
miles.
block or a new head in there, you might be able to get another 2 or 3 out of it.
No, this engine will last a million miles before it needs to be rebuilt.
Wow. So you had a couple cars that I really liked, and I didn't want to trash them, so we just went to like a you pull it place and just put a different head or a different block in it, just because I love the shell so much.
Oh,
What a
thank
miss.
God.
No, this truck. This is a semi truck.
The man is
It's
back.
designed to go a million.
Did John?
Oh,
get
you
in?
got a big truck. Okay,
John's
a big,
in.
big truck.
Yeah,
Okay.
Our Lord and Savior Kyle is back.
hey, Kyle,
Yo.
He
how
of
do you
the
turn the
awesome
camera
hair.
on?
Hey, you turn it on?
How do you turn it off?
There's
I'm-
a
Touch
I'm
the
not-
screen.
I'm not broadcasting you, so they can't they won't be able to see it anyway. Like nobody can see you. But I don't know. Like it depends on what you're using to how you would turn it off. I can't do it from here. You have to do that on your.
let
Oh,
me-
okay.
Are
I'm
you
on a
on a computer?
smartphone.
Well, nobody
Okay.
can.
I'm on a
If you're on
smart.
your
Tap a
phone,
screen.
Nobody can see you.
Tap a screen, and there should be a little bar
Alright.
that comes up with like the mute button and stuff. If there's a camera icon, hit that, and it'll turn off the camera.
Yeah, nobody can see you anyway.
as soon as it's red, it's off. Yeah.
Also,
All right,
Kyle,
I got
can you unmute Gray Archer and see if he has muted, so we're not getting an echo?
There you go.
Hey, I'd like to say something.
Okay, am I
Speaking of
unmuted?
that,
Yeah. Oh,
speaking of that creepy homophobe that's in the chat, I don't know, maybe a month ago or whatever, there was a stream where there was one of those incels on, and at the end of it, Kyle, you called him out on some pretty bigoted shit that he had put on, maybe it was Twitter or some social media.
Their forum.
I think Shannon was on with you that night, and it was an incel that was coming in after that catfish guy, thinking he was going to do better than him. But
Mhm.
Oh, I
just
remember that
have
one.
to
Yeah.
say, yeah, and I just have to say,
Go ahead.
May I ask a question?
Yeah. Hold on one second.
I
Gray
was
Archer. Let John finish up here.
by what you said. I mean, I just you're awesome, dude, and I'm not ashamed to admit it. But when you went after that guy at the end of the show, you made me cry, dude. I mean, because I mean, I hate bigots. I'm not gay myself, but I hate any kind of bigotry, and I just, I'm a 55-year-old man, and I got to tell you, you made me fucking weep, dude.
Oh man, I appreciate it. I'm sorry I made you cry, but I really appreciate you
John?
saying that.
Hey, John.
That was a
When
good
you went
episode.
after Brett Kane.
By the way, Jared, right now. But yeah, I mean, that was posted on that forum. And we're not actually done with incels yet. I've got a guy that chronicles. He used to be one, and he's put together the most like comprehensive, just it's like an encyclopedia of incels. I mean, they're written up like academic papers, and he's gone above and beyond like detailing what exactly they are and what they believe. And we're going to be doing a 4-part like series on them about their history, how they broke off from a different movement they were part of, what the different factions that are in. And so I want to put together like a 4-part series to be the most comprehensive like collection of information on incels that you can go to. So yeah, we're not done with them yet.
I think incel's pretty recent. The first time I ever heard incel was when that YouTuber murdered a couple people and he blamed it on not getting a date, and then he claimed to be an incel. I think that's when the whole thing kind of blew up, and then people started identifying as that. So I think that's what kind of started it, to be honest.
Conspire for truth. There isn't a topic tonight. I'm just answering, if anybody has any questions, if you have any disagreements with me, if you just want to chat about whatever, it's just one of those nights. I wanted to be closer to you guys. I wanted to connect with you guys and see what you have going on.
Well, I'll wait when I drive by
the same.
One time is what?
No, is that well? First of all, have you ever had MGTOW guys on?
Yeah, we had a MGTOW guy on. I believe his name was Terrence Pop.
Because my theory is that a lot of the MGTOW guys are actually incels, but they want to make it sound like it was their choice.
Yeah.
Well, they're not mutually exclusive.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's.
I think they're.
Is that what the main difference is?
An incel, I think,
between the two.
Incel is a more extreme MGTOW. MGTOW is, I think, step 1, but it could also go the other way too. MGTOW is a guy that has had a successful relationship, and it didn't work out, and so they are now just swearing off women altogether.
Oh, I know so many men like that. That's just a normal guy.
Well, I mean, it's incel, involuntary celibate. They want to have sex, but nobody will have sex with them. MGTOWs claim they can get all the women they want, but they're turning their back on women because reasons, I guess. I don't.
Do you believe that, though, truly?
And then there's the pickup artists, which we'll have one of them coming in like 3 weeks, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I got a solution for all these incels. Lower your standards. Stop punching. Like.
Okay. Jared says that's not entirely true about MGTOW. What did I not get right there, Jared? I'll let you tell me. Based on the interactions that we've had with them on this show, I would say it's pretty accurate.
I think there's a sect of them that it's not like they've been unsuccessful necessarily in the relationship. They're just fed up with feminist bullshit and have decided that they're going to.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Check out.
They could have had a successful, a lot of the MGTOW people come out of like divorce, because I think one of the biggest things that pushes somebody over into the MGTOW category is when like divorce or custody court goes awry, and
Oh yeah.
The
well, family court system in the United States is atrocious.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
No.
Terrible. Really bad.
And just a disclaimer, I don't think we're talking about everybody who identifies as an incel or MGTOW. Not all of them are toxic pieces of shit. At least.
The ones
I said
I've
they're not
encountered
mutually exclusive.
For the most part, the MGTOW, guys, like, I'm completely fine with them going their own way. Go your own way. Do it. As long.
I think a lot of them are
I
just so
have.
upset and mad at
Kyle's
women. They
fine
need a
because he's
sense
a
of
Chad.
community. Chad.
Thank you,
I,
Chemo.
I have
I still don't-
I've got Fleetwood Mac.
Jared
I
says
thought
the
you
core,
were
of,
Blake.
the core of MGTOW is choosing when and how they interact with women, especially because of feminism and leeches. Incels and MRAs are anti-women and anti-violent types. MGTOW is about self-care. Well, to a certain degree, I would have to disagree with that, Jared, because I think that I think they are too at their core anti-women. Because anytime you have to separate yourself and go under the banner of men going their own way, what are they going their own way from? Women.
I agree.
And so by default, they are, in a sense, they're blaming their problems on women. I think most, if you're not a MGTOW, or you're just a normal guy, you don't do that. This relationship didn't work. Maybe it's my fault, maybe it's their fault, maybe it's a combination of the two. But I'm not going to sign off or swear off women altogether. It's just one of those things that didn't work out. When you start going underneath the banner of you going your own way, well, what are you going your own way from? Women.
Actually, that I take offense to that. Truth God. The Ash Scott made a good point. She says when you act like a colossal twat because you can't get laid, you're not an incel, you're a douche.
You're both, actually.
Yeah.
Correct.
I mean, you can't you can't just no.
How bad could the situation possibly be that you're willing to stay alone and single and upset with your hand on yourself for the rest of your life? What did this person do to you that was so horrible that you have to swear off all women? And if that's the case, are all women that horrible? You have to understand that. It's 1 in a million. You just had bad luck. You got to try again. You can't think like that. It's just negative thinking all around.
I don't know how to put this into words. I've completely lost my train of thought. The problem is you can't just expect somebody. You can't just expect to be entitled to somebody's time or affection or attention. That's what I was trying to say.
Jared, I'll just get you in. I'll get you in here, and you can explain your.
I'll jump out.
I just had somebody just dropped because I just got a free call. Who dropped?
Jared, are you actually, Jared, are you a MGTOW? Do you identify as MGTOW?
Well, he's saying that it's more based on you're gonna take care of yourself and not like a woman or whatever. But see, that to me, when you make that distinction, it's that's the problem for me. Yeah.
Frustrated Atheist is also waiting to get in. He said just shoot him a link via Twitter DM when opening and time.
Yeah, I told him. I tagged him in the chat and said that as soon as we got a spot up, and I'll bring him in.
Because I know Dust is still waiting to get in too.
Here's the thing about the MGTOWs that I've encountered though in chats or comment sections on MGTOW videos is they all are saying horrible shit about women, and they're saying that all women are this way. They just have nothing positive to say about any women. And I try to explain to a couple of them, well, look, when you use those vile terms to describe women, you realize you're talking about your mother too. And I've actually had some of them respond back with, well, fuck my mother. They just don't respect women at all. So
maybe it's environmental. Maybe it's environmental. Maybe they were raised in a certain type of household, and that has a lot to do with it. Maybe they were raised by an abusive mother, and that kind of got them on that trail that led them to this place that they are.
See, here, this is why I have a problem with the MGTOW movement. Number one, when Terrence came on, he was that way. I mean, he was very like it's women's fault. Men needs to be there. Yeah. It's that rhetoric. But for some reason these groups are tied into this rhetoric about taking a blue pill or a red pill. I'm red pill. I'm black pill. They're taking all of these different pills that in reality, in normal day to day, most people wouldn't know what the hell they're talking about. But the MGTOW movement to me is synonymous with people like Dean Esme and the red pill religion crowd. That
No, and I will agree
Kyle.
that I will agree that it has been hijacked from predominant public view, similar to the way feminism has with the anti-man bullshit.
He's a very he is a vocal person calling himself a MGTOW and a men's rights activist. He is vocal.
Do we have to mention that? Do we have to mention that person on the live stream?
No, and that's going to be the last I say the name. But there is that mindset who have attached themselves to the tag. But when you actually look at the origins of MGTOW, and actually there are a few of those content creators that I follow, they don't go towards that rhetoric. They actually focus on building of the self-image, self-care, pretty much saying you don't need a woman to justify yourself and your well-being and your self-worth.
Congratulations!
Yes.
Don't call yourself a MGTOW.
Yes.
You are a normal fucking guy.
Exactly. That's a normal human being. It's just a way of men to respond to feminism. It's their way of feminist.
Yes, and that's where I say that feminism has also been hijacked by the extreme anti-man rhetoric as well. So I'm not calling it one way or the other. One side is good or bad. Both tags have their issues. And while we can see it as being a rational thing.
Yeah. Actually, a couple years ago, I was on with Undoomed and a bunch of the others, and they're the ones that started this MGTOW as a joke, and it just went over like a nuclear bomb went off, and it was about 3-4 years ago. So it was really crazy how that happened.
Well,
so it started as a joke.
Everything that Jared just described,
a lot of things have.
Everything that Jared just described
just
is a
like
normal.
the Keck flag. I was also there when they created the Keck flag. It was Undoomed and a couple other guys got together on YouTube and sat down with Photoshop, and they created the Keck flag as a joke.
Everything that Jared just described is a normal everyday guy.
It's the healthy response. It's the way you should be.
Sure.
But it was in response to how society as a whole really pushes a weird dynamic on younger generations, where it's
pushback.
It's pushback to try to keep things sane from the actual core, the actual positives of the label. But then you have people who are your vehement MRAs and incels who have also tagged onto it and have ended up running with the MGTOW label beyond what it really should be.
This is my biggest issue with these types of groups. Ultimately boils down to this. We, for some reason, have decided that being sort of in the middle, or being able to, the biggest thing is being able to pull from everybody's ideas. You'll hear this a lot, right? You'll hear this, well, I don't necessarily agree with MGTOWs, but they make a lot of good points, or they make some good points. And then you'll have people that villainize them for that, or lump them in with them just because they say that they have a couple good ideas. You can have any group, no matter how extreme, that has an angle or a view that you agree with. I mean, you can. And agreeing with that view does not inherently make you as extreme as they are, or that, or a part of that, or that you support that. It just means that on that one particular idea or topic or issue, you agree with them. And so what we do as society is we say, okay, they have a good point here. Maybe they have maybe MGTOW has a good point that the family court is a little biased, right? But if I say that out loud, that's going to associate me with the MGTOW. So what do? We instantly shut them down completely. We shut down their entire ideology, everything. We don't want to hear
Or
it
you
from
will
them.
be villainized for associating with
right.
them.
They're
I'll
classified.
say it then.
They're classified as an extreme group, and we don't want to have anything to do with them. Rather than taking that good idea that they had, or that issue that may have some merit to it, and focusing in on that, we just throw all of them out. And what happens when that happens?
Yeah.
They then go off in their corner because they've been ostracized, and they fester and they get angrier
Worse.
and more extreme.
Yeah.
But
And that can be applied to every single group that we have out there now.
Oh, yeah.
Nobody's
yeah.
willing to talk.
exactly. Because
Oh,
we
and
can't.
I could.
You
Yeah,
can't
hold on, I
talk
completely-
Hold on a
about-
second, Ash. The men are talking. We'll get to the women. I'm just kidding.
Oh, you know what? Hell,
That was cool.
Go ahead.
Go fuck yourself.
Sounds like my grandpa.
Wait.
May
Ash-
I apologize for the echo previously. I did not mean to put in echo on you guys. And I just wanted to get a couple things out. First off, Kyle, I don't know where you shop, but I love your suits. Hook me up with your suit dealer.
H&M.
H&M. And I wanted to correct Trevor Valley on something when he did his show. He was talking about Cosmic Dawn, right? Cosmic Dawn is what we are looking for from the Big Bang. That is Cosmic Dawn. He was talking about the cosmic horizon, and he got it mixed up. I do a lot of science, programming and learning, and when people speak of the cosmic horizon, they're speaking of how far we can see to the cosmic cliff, right? There's still universe beyond that, which is where multiverse comes in. Where if you could travel 13 billion miles to that cosmic horizon, there would be a whole nother universe beyond that, right?
I would think that it's a little farther than 13 billion miles, though.
Yeah, but cosmic horizon, cosmic cliff is where the limit of where we can see. Now, if you paid attention over the past few, maybe 10 years, that number keeps increasing. But as technology gets better, right? But Cosmic Dawn is the beginning of the Big Bang, right?
Wait, what
It's the
number
first-
increases? The length?
No,
Of how far away it is? What number?
The
what
observable
increases
universe.
is how far away it is. Like if
Oh, yeah,
you
'cause
can
the
see
universe is
13
expanding.
billion light years. Yeah, that's the standard.
Okay.
That's right where we can see to right now. But has
Well,
technology
And that
increased,
coincides-
we can see further apart.
Hang on,
Right.
there was a slight
we're-
there was a slight misunderstanding in your answer to her question. Part of why the cosmic horizon is increasing in distance away from us, part of it is because of the expansion of space around us, but part of it is also the technological increase enhancing our resolution capability. So it's both
Thank you.
happening at the
Yep.
same time.
You explained it much
That's
better.
what I was just going to ask. Perfect. I was just going to say, does it coincide exactly with the expansion, or is it also our technology alongside that? So, okay, that answers
Yeah,
my
it-
question. Yeah,
It
exactly.
coincides
Oh, we're
with
also-
expansion, and also he was talking about how the speed of which we can see is a time machine. That's how we can go back. It's called it's a candle, basically, and what it is, it's a type 1A supernova. That's how we can actually go back, and a 1A supernova is at the exact same brightness every time. So if it's all the way in a galaxy 13 billion light years away, it's going to be the exact same. That's how we can actually measure the speed of light to us, and through dilation, figure out how far these places are. Right.
Yeah.
And of course, he's a paleontologist. He didn't really know this, but I figured I'd come on and say something about it.
And real quick, if you guys that came in first, my list is kind of growing, so I'm gonna have to just start swapping some people out just for just to be fair.
No.
So that's gonna
Sure.
Ash and who came in right after Ash? I forgot.
I think I did.
Okay. Do you guys want to say anything, or bring up anything before?
No,
switch
just
people
the
out.
The topics in this show are moving faster than my ADHD brain.
Mine
It's
too.
pretty
Yeah,
bad.
and the whole MGTOW and Intel stuff ain't my thing.
Yeah, we went
Even
from
though-
MGTOWs to Flat Earth, and I'm like, when did we switch?
Welcome to my
No,
world.
not Flat Earth.
Flat
I
Earth.
was just correct. I was just correcting
not
Treasure
Flat Earth.
Valley. He-
Oh.
Welcome to
yeah,
Sorry.
his temper when he gets on kind of overtakes him. And when he was saying
Which is-
things, I was
which
sitting
is
there
good for
back at
him.
I was sitting there back at my computer screen going, "No, you're wrong."
Okay.
But I would just was wanting to get that out.
All right. So, Sandra, anything you want to say?
I was trying to think of something witty, and no, not really.
That's mine. That happens to me every night.
I'm sure that
Well, people
there's a
are
lot
like,
of
this is your hair.
like if we were to sit down and actually look at different subjects or different beliefs that we have, I'm sure we disagree on a lot of things. I don't think you're any less of a human being or any less valuable.
Yeah, same. 100%.
Well, I'm going to drop on out of here. If y'all ever want a science lesson, let me know because I'm always down for that.
Steve is your man.
I can't never get a hold of Steve. Every time I send him a message or something, he's like, "Okay, I'll get to you in
you want to switch
a
then?
week."
You want to switch then?
Hey, man, I'll switch with you hosting one night if you want.
You can always be able to get a hold of by Steve, and I'll go into the not getting
Go
contact.
into the
I'm just
abyss.
kidding, Steve. I love you.
Kyle.
Sandring, Ash, and Gray Archer. Thank you guys.
Yep.
Hey, Kyle.
We'll
Yes.
talk to you later.
You should do this. You should do this format more often. It seems pretty popular.
I have to get it organized better though. I hate running this. I hate doing the behind the scenes stuff. I can't focus on the conversation while I'm trying to like get people in and out, and I've got 100 different messages going on. So yes, we will do
have
it more
people
often.
That's
sign
why
up
you
like
gotta-
24 hours earlier
I've
on
gotta
like
get it.
Discord, and then you can have them in line.
I've got to get it.
So what you're saying is I should now start calling and texting and messaging you all at once?
I thought my phone's over there. I think my phone over there.
Oh, man.
So
I mean,
you can call and text all you want to. I'll get it whenever I'm done. All right, guys. I'm gonna close y'all out so that I can get some more these.
All right.
In. Thank you very much for
Bye, everybody.
spending some time. All right.
Bye,
Hey,
Ash.
hey, Kyle.
Let's see how long
yes.
you can actually put this out.
You need to. You'd be able to run everything better if you smoke a big fatty before you do the stream.
I can't smoke anymore.
You can't. What?
Yeah, why not?
I can't smoke anymore. I promised my significant other that I would give it up.
Oh, that's good though. That's a good thing. Not a bad thing.
Oh,
Yeah, it's partnership. It was
John.
What?
John, if you're listening, I think I accidentally clipped you out. Use I'll send you another link. Sorry about that. I didn't do that on purpose. I meant to hit entering. See what I mean? I can't I shouldn't be doing this. All right,
It's not easy to pay attention and click on 100 different things and read a bunch of things at the same time. You only have 2 eyes.
Y'all can talk amongst yourselves for a few minutes about whatever while I get these people in.
well, and not just that. Like when I'm running my show on Friday nights, there will be stretches where I go quiet vocally because I'm taking a look at stuff that is going to be presented soon, interacting with the chat via text, making sure the stream health is still good, and yeah, being a
You
one-man
do
show.
pretty good though, Jared. Your stuff's always pretty organized. Yours usually is very good though. And so is this one. You guys are both pretty good.
A lot of prep work before going live goes into it.
For those who are saying good luck in the live chat about not smoking, it's been probably 3.5 weeks. So I'm doing good.
So you're just peeing clean now.
Oh no! Well, as much as I've smoked, it'll probably be a year before that gets out.
That's hard.
Just
If you
don't
smoke that much, that's
yeah.
great.
Just don't submit a hair sample for a while unless you shave your head.
and your armpits and your legs and everything else, because they'll take it from any part of your body.
Okay,
Well,
so
well,
I
how
have
do you
frustrated
know
atheists.
he doesn't do
Next,
that below the neck anyways?
Caleb, and there was one more person.
You might.
If you're wanting to come in, tag me in the live chat. I'll get you the link real quick.
Ash Attack, I would say everyone needs a Bullionator.
Yeah, I think he's coming
How's
back.
he doing?
I think he'll be back Monday. I think.
Yeah, he's gotten settled. He should be ready to go in the next couple of days to be back up and running in a more normal fashion.
Yeah, he messaged me on Discord that he was doing all right, but that was about it. He didn't say much more than that. I
He's
offered
been
him to
busy
stay at
getting
my
up.
place if he needed to. He was actually saying he would drive all the way up to New Jersey from Florida, and I was like, if you really drive that far, you're more than welcome to stay here. But you'll have to deal with my kid and a hedgehog and guinea pigs, and you're going to have to deal with stuff. But you're more than welcome to if you wanted to come up here.
For those who are wondering, he is in his own place back on the western coast of Florida. He has gotten, over the past week, he's been getting settled in, making sure he has what he needs, getting his stuff that he can from where he was at previously, because fuck those guys. And yeah, he should be... it's moments like that that remind me of why I say, fuck everyone. But then something happens where just the number of people who came together to give him a hand once we knew he needed the help starts to restore that faith in humanity. It's like, okay, so not everyone are assholes, just a good portion of them.
Yeah. I think he just happened to be with just a couple people that knew what his faults were. They knew how to take advantage, because they were telling him, oh, your last $100, spend it on this. And I was telling him, just use it for a hotel for the night. And they were trying to get that last 100 out of him. Like, it was their last leg to stand on. And that's just someone really taking advantage and just knowing where his red buttons are. And that's terrible, because he's a really good guy. And he seems very nice and very genuine. And he would seem like the type of person where he would give it if you try to get it out of him, you know?
Yeah, they knew the buttons to push, and they used it to their advantage, and I have no empathy for people like that.
Frustrated Atheist, the link is in your Twitter.
I'm actually here.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, I have one more link. Anybody in the chat want
Anyone else want in? Come on. Well, I've been waiting to see if that special little cretin was going to pipe back up again so he could be timed out again, because I originally did have a special message for him. Because not only am I painfully straight, but also married with kids, but because I know it would piss off someone like that and someone who thinks like that, Kyle, give the word, and we would have an amazing night.
What do you think I am, Jared? Just some slab of meat?
Hey, it's just an offer. I'm telling you, I'd be willing. It wouldn't even take that much alcohol. Little bit, but not as much as usual.
Hey.
That'd be very entertaining to watch.
I'm straight as hell and married, but I do, Kyle.
Oh, yeah,
and I don't even have to have...
Hold on. John, I didn't drop you. It cleared out my first row of calls on that line. They're connected by line, so when I closed out Ash and Lysandring, it cleared out that block. So.
But I had one question about the whole entire incel thing.
Mm-hmm.
Is it safe to say that these were the guys back in the day who were the quote unquote just a nice guy? You know, the ones
some
who
of
always
them,
sit there and say,
well, I think some of them were of that ilk where they were that whole, well, I'm just being a nice guy. Why am I always getting passed over? And that pushed
and then
them
when
into
someone
that
says,
vitriol. Yeah.
yeah, and then when someone's like, "Oh, well, I have a boyfriend," fuck you, slut, and it's like, whoa,
Yeah.
you went from
Yep.
0 to 100 real quick.
And I know, Jared, you're right, because I read a couple articles on that one guy I was talking about before who committed murder, and that's when the incel thing got really big. And that was the one thing he kept saying: I was in the friend zone. I was in the friend zone. I was always a nice guy, and I kept getting looked over. And that's really what pushed them over the edge, at least the few that I've read about. So that's kind of where it did start from.
Yeah, and what I say to that is two things. One, you were either poor at presenting yourself, and or you just made shit choices and didn't know how to
Or they didn't make
read.
themselves clear.
Yeah, yeah.
You know how many
Or
guy
made
friends I
the thing
had
is,
that had
is
crushes on me?
or
No.
they made themselves so clear that it actually turned off the other person.
It was creepy,
Well,
yeah.
not only
Yeah.
that, but you have these people who just simply misread things. Like, for instance, they go into a conversation, they can be talking with people, friends with these people, make the other person laugh, and then they take that laughter as, oh, you find what I'm saying funny, so you obviously must like me, so let's go ahead and get this ball rolling. And then once the people are like, no, I just found you funny, that's it. Then it's like, well, you laughed at my jokes.
Well,
and it's like,
Yeah.
A lot of
yeah,
the guys
because
who have
it was funny.
bad social cues.
Yeah.
Yeah, a lot
And
of
then
them
it
have
becomes-
bad social cues and stuff like that. They don't pick up on, you know, when someone's directly hitting on them. They have a lot of problems with that. Almost like Asperger's. A lot of them, you know, have those like types
Yeah.
of symptoms, but don't
Yeah,
have Asperger's.
Yeah, they have that misunderstanding, and then when it's brought to their attention, no, that's not how I meant it, they go the angry ape route and then wonder why shit keeps going that way, rather than learning from the situation and being like, oh, okay, that's cool. Because, see, that's the thing is, I was not a player. I was not one of those who really had any game. I will always say I had the worst game, but all I ever did was just go be myself. If someone wanted to talk to me and we were getting along and having a conversation, great. And if towards the end of the night or whatever, the conversation wanted to keep going and we exchanged phone numbers, out fucking standing. But it was that simple play kind of thing. Just be me. If they're into me and I'm into them back, shit will keep going.
Yeah,
If it
me
doesn't,
personally,
oh well.
Me personally, I was always that I couldn't read any kind of social cues. I like when people would do things and say things, I'd look at them, and in my head, I'd like thinking, what the fuck's wrong with this person? And then it wasn't until later on in life when someone was like, dude, that person was interested in you. And I was like, I'm sorry, what? Yeah, because I don't read social cues. I tell this to my wife all the time. I'm like, if you want something from me, flat out tell me. I'm not going to get it.
You know,
I just won't.
But not to put all women down, but in all honesty, a lot of women don't know how to express what they want. They'll throw hints out there and little things like that, and we hope that you guys will understand. And it's partially a woman's fault. Not to put all women down. I'm not a feminist. I'm not anti-feminist. Nothing like that. But a lot of the times, we just don't know how you perceive it or how to give it to you. So we just hope you got it. And when you don't got it, we get upset. It's just it's just the way the hormones work. You know, you can't blame anyone. Miscommunication is what it is.
Yeah, there's two sides of it, and it's funny. It's funny you mentioned that because while I was in A school, so just after basic training, was talking with friends and bunch and everything. Didn't really do much of anything. A couple years later, I'm married to my first wife, and she goes through some of the stuff. She's like, "Oh, hey, who sent you? Where'd you get these coloring books and stuff?" I was like, "Oh, oh, my friend Sue sent that stuff to me like a year and a half ago. She was like, yeah, she wanted you. I'm like,
Oh, yeah.
no, and at that point, my friend Sue and I had been friends for about 5 years, and it was my wife who said, "Oh no, had you taken the opportunity, yeah, she was going to give it up." And I'm like,
Sweet Heathen, were you going? I'm getting you guys put on the board now. Are any of you guys going on camera so I'll know who to size up and put in?
I would, but I'm
Yeah.
I'm wearing a shirt, so I really don't want to have that on camera. So
Yeah, I'm in my robe. I don't think anyone would complain if I was on camera, but I wasn't really prepared for this.
I doubt anybody would complain. But I
No,
understand.
I really don't mind
I
either.
understand.
Get some compliments on that one.
brass man, it's not about communication skills, it's about different thought processes. I would say it's both.
I agree.
yeah, with me, it's definitely not communication skills. I can communicate. It's just I have a different thought process whenever I look at people and hear them say these things. Like there was one girl who literally sat there, and I didn't realize this until afterwards, but was giving me the hey, how you doing type of eyes, and just doing random little things like that. And it wasn't until later on it was like, dude, she was interested in you, and I was like, I'm sorry, what?
But
God
how are
damn
you
it.
supposed to but how are you
Well,
supposed to read someone's eyes? You can't expect someone to read your mind. I don't understand why women
Oh, of course
or
not.
men do that. You're expected to understand. You can't read someone's mind. How are you supposed to know that?
Yeah,
Master,
exactly.
and
can you hear us?
That's a bad expectation to have.
Let me just say,
of course it is. And,
Dustmeister, can
oh.
you hear me? Dustmeister.
Is that the guy that's on the camera?
Yeah.
Is that the camo guy? It
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like he's kind of
Yeah.
frozen.
Yeah, he's
There we go. I can hear you. Say something. I see your audio levels.
Can you not hear him?
Yes.
You can hear me?
It's cutting.
You're
Getting
robotic.
better.
Yeah, it's cutting.
It's cutting. Oh, wow. Give me 1 second.
All right, start
All right,
moving again.
While he does that, there was one more comment that I wanted to make to this fuck sticker. He goes back into the corner to think about the bad things that he did. You keep using the name Jesus. That was not his actual name. You might want to learn some actual history.
Mm-hmm.
I love the shit you say, Jared.
Just like
now go sit
I
in the
don't
corner and think about it.
Just like I don't think in about anywhere between what was it around the 20s 30s AD that there were people going with the name Mark or Matthew
or Paul or John or very anglicized names.
Yeah. Yes, these names were not very common names back in these time frames. I mean that'd be pretty awesome because it'd be like, yeah, where's Chuck at? That'd be a great thing. Well, let's have a Bible that's just called Chuck.
You guys want to see?
That'd be great.
You guys want to see the new channel teaser that's going up tomorrow?
Ooh,
yeah,
sure.
Tease us?
Let's look at that.
We always love when
You get to see it. You get to see it first. All right. This will be like a premiere party. Let's see what we got. So this will be up on the channel for the new visitors when they click on the page. Hopefully this will come up. All right. Earbud warning: if you're wearing headphones, this is going to be a little bit loud. So just brace for that.
Oh yay!
The PP premiere party.
All right, here we go.
I appreciate it.
Let me see.
Oh.
It's not playing.
The screen
Oh,
came
yeah.
up, but nothing.
The screen changed.
Yeah.
Why is it not?
By the way, Doorknob Head in the chat said, "Tease me, please me."
No. Aha, that's what I did.
Wrong,
Okay.
wrong show. We can start up a new one if you really want, Doorknob Head.
That's what his right hand's for.
Let's try this one. I think this is going to do it.
Oh.
Same thing.
You know, it's funny to see someone with the name of arguably the largest asshole to not be in the presidency saying that people like us are the reason why America is a joke. Do you not realize that I actually sacrificed prime years of my life in defense of the nation? Do you really want to go down that road?
Was this that Steve Jobs guy?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't see what he said. Oh, there we go.
Yeah, I didn't read about that either.
You're not going to hear any sound because I have to do a desktop capture with this, but you'll get to hear the sound with it tomorrow, so you can just see what it looks like.
Okay.
That's cool. I like
Dramatic.
that one.
Nice.
I like that.
Nice.
Gives off a certain vibe. I like that.
That is really
Kyle's
nice.
work's always
Now-
awesome. Everybody knows it.
It took longer to like. There's 36 slides of like the most memorable shows that we've done and a lot of the guests that kind of just cycle through there. It took longer to put all that together than it did to actually edit the graphics and stuff.
Yeah, people don't realize how much effort and time it takes to do stuff like that.
Well, it wouldn't be so like our biggest. I think our biggest mistake, but the thing that defines us the most. So it's really a catch-22. Is the fact that we go every day.
Yeah.
You know, TV shows or like radio shows don't go every single day. So trying to find guests and the setup and all that for that's where we. You know, in theory, we should have toned it back a little bit. Maybe did 4 or 5 times a day, but then it just wouldn't be the same. I don't think so. Eventually, we'll run out of people to talk about, and then I'll retire.
If you
There'll always be something to talk about.
That's true.
If you ever need a guest, I'm willing to come on.
Yeah, come on anytime.
Me too.
I'll
come on as a guest. I own a paranormal company. But I know you just had a paranormal show, so you just did one of those.
We actually just had 6 paranormal shows.
And you did this. Did you guys do this thing with the Ouija board that guy was talking about?
Yeah.
I cringed at that.
That's the guy that was in earlier.
You know,
cringed
and I've
at
been
Steve.
meaning to go back and watch that.
Oh, you have to watch it.
I'm afraid
Yeah. Yes, Kyle, I was looking at your facial expressions almost throughout the entire thing, and your facial expressions so embodied everything that was running through my mind, because I was like, oh my god. He's like, yeah, this is real spirit type of work stuff here and we're trying to make sure that we don't get possessed. And I was like, oh my god, please don't keep going.
Let me
please
tell
don't.
you, I've owned a paranormal company for 11 years, and all of my stuff is science-based. I use technology. I use meters. This is not woo-woo pictures and shadows and stuff. It's pretty much to debunk paranormal. It's not really to prove it. And when I hear people with the Ouija board owning a paranormal group, and I have books published, I had a radio show for 3 years, it makes me cringe because it doesn't mean anything. I could take a sheet of paper and write the alphabet and put a paper clip down and put my fingers on that, and that's a Ouija board. It doesn't mean anything. If something's there, something's there. If it's not, it's not. The Ouija board means nothing. When I see people doing this stuff, it upsets me because I know they're faking it, because I know.
Yes.
I 100% know.
Yes, because the thing is it's funny because they even talked about the ideomotor effect and sit there and still wants to sit there and say, but this isn't us doing this.
But they
By
had
all
Tamagotchis, but
definition,
no EMF detectors, no thermal detectors, no IR thermal. They had nothing good other than a Tamagotchi and a cup. I mean, I saw a clip of it for like 2 seconds. They had nothing of real substance to prove what they were doing, and that to me is so it's fake, and that upsets me that people would lie like that.
well, like I was saying, the idiomotor effect explains perfectly because they've sat there and done this all throughout the testing to figure out if the idiomotor effect was indeed accurate, if what was going on there, and when they found out all this stuff is happening in the particular way that the idiomotor effect would allow it to, then they sit there and but they realize that this is what's happening, that it's not you, but it is you, because you're doing it through subconsciousness. And they were like, yeah, but the idiomotor effect, and they explained it, and then they said, but this isn't us doing this. It's like, yes, it
The fact
really
they had to
is
say
you
that
doing it.
shows it all. Yeah.
Yeah, and so
When you have
I'm
to
like, yes,
assert,
this is
I'm
you.
not doing this, that means you're doing it.
Mm-hmm. And it just really it aggravated me because I'm like, you're obvious. Oh.
Yeah, upsets me that people like that ruin the whole community. Because people like me who go out there, most of my clients are retired cops and people from the Navy who have PTSD and hallucinations, and they think they're seeing things when they're really not. And a lot of it is mental health. That's really what it comes down to. When I see people doing things like this, they're either giving the paranormal community a bad name, they're making it seem like woo-woo crap, or it ruins everything for everyone and any kind of science we're trying to push forward on the numbers that we are getting. The average EMF is a 0.05 here and this over there, and there's so much equipment associated with this. I have thousands of dollars, thousands in equipment, and it's great. And then these two idiots come on here and push something around a board and make everyone look like retards. It really upsets me because it's been my whole life doing this stuff, trying to get science, and they just make it look like it's a freaking, David Blaine show or whatever that guy's name is. It's terrible.
You should have confronted him while he was in here.
Well,
I was in the chat for a minute, but I only looked for like 2 minutes because it just cringed me so bad I had to leave.
Oh no, he was in the call with you in here.
Was he?